so hot too. Oh my god, it's like 40 degrees. Anyway, that was the awesome introduction. Hi, I'm Brie, if you haven't already noticed. Yes, I have a Buzz Lightyear tattoo, and yes, I'm 18 years old, and yes, I love Toy Story. Next. Okay, so hi guys, I'm Brie. Thank you for clicking on this video to see my book haul, my January book haul. Basically, I actually bought these in November and December, but you know, our little secret, no one will know, she says to the entire internet. Also, without further ado, I will show you the books that I got in January. Alright, so if you didn't know, I live in Sydney, Australia, and I went into the city and I saw a secondhand bookstore and I got these three books for $2 a piece. I just saw them and I was like, I'm gonna have to get them. So I did. So first of all, I got Witch Storm by James Clemens. And funny thing, this is the second book in the series, and for some reason I always do that. I always buy not the first one in the series, I always buy the next one. I always do that. I always happen to do that. I've done that with so many series. Next up is Daggerspell by Catherine Kerr. And this is a volume 1 in a compelling fantasy saga by a magical new talent. So that intrigued me. And lastly, from the second book store, I got The Barbed Rose. And it says, one desperate call to the gods, one surge of extraordinary power, and one gift of unimaginable power. Yeah, so magic, adventure, I'm sold. Okay, next up, I went to the book basement in the city, and if you're from Sydney, you know what I'm talking about, and if you're ever in Sydney, go there if you're a book lover, because bargains galore, people. Bargains galore. Yeah, so at book basement, I got these. Yeah, so first up, we've got School for Good and Evil, and I'm pretty sure this is the second book in the series too. Yep, always doing that. By Suman Chainian. Basically, I've seen this on Goodreads. It really intrigued me. I love the cover. Yep. Next up is Finale, and it is the fourth one in the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick. Funny thing, Hush Hush was the very first introductory Kickstarter for my love of YA. I love the Hush Hush book. I fell in love. The second and third one is actually up here. The second and third one were okay, but I'm really excited to jump into this one and finally finish it. Next one is the Sweet Reckoning, which is the Sweet trilogy. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's a trilogy now. I think Wendy Higgins might be bringing out a fourth one. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the third one. I really need to read the second one. But yeah, I got the third one ready for me. The next one is Spellcaster by Claudia Gray, who is the author of the Evernight series. I didn't really like that. I mean, it was okay. But she is also the author of Fateful, which, if you don't know, is a retelling of Titanic, with a splash of werewolves and romance. And I absolutely freaking adore this book. I didn't think I would, but it ended up being one of my favorite books of last year, or maybe the year before. But anyway, it's an awesome cover. It's a little bit rickety. I mean, I got this from another kind of second-hand bookstore, but I don't care. I love it. So that's why I picked up this one. Same author, same genius talent. It's gonna be a good thing. Next one is The Finisher, and I got this for $6, which I thought was a bargain. And it's basically, I think it's like a really light fantasy, and I haven't read much like heavy fantasies, which I need to do. So I thought a light fantasy like this would be a good way to go about reading more fantasy. So there's that. Next, from Kmart, I got Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And I've seen this around on BookTube like a lot, and I was really intrigued by what everyone else was saying and the positive review and the positive reviews about it. So yeah. The next is a trilogy, and it's the Alice in Zombieland trilogy by Gina Showalter. I don't really know what it's about besides what the title gives me, which is Alice in Wonderland retelling-ish with zombies, and those are two of my favorite things. Yep. Story about adventure and gory zombies. I'm sold. So couldn't say no to these, and these were like, I think they were $9 each. That's pretty good. Second last is Heir of Fire, and I can't even begin to even describe how much hype this has. Like, on people's top 14 books of 2014, this has been like #1 for a vast majority of them. So I'm really kind of nervous to, I mean, I haven't read any of these books yet by Sarah J Maas. So I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm really nervous at the same time. But yeah, I got it because it was $9, and I'm not going to go into it because I actually don't know what it's about, obviously, because it's the third one in the series. Yeah, nervous, excited. Yeah, it's going to be a good thing. And lastly, I have with me Self-Compassion by Kristin Neff. I got this from my best friend Maddie for Christmas. I read a few segments of this book. I was just flipping through pages, just kind of like getting a feel for it, and what I read so far, I really liked it. Funny thing, if you've read Since You've Been Gone, you know about the list that her best friend gave her, and my best friend did kind of the same thing. She wrote a list for me and I wrote a list for her, and on her list that she gave me, it's to read this. So, you know, I'm going to finish this and cross that out. Yeah, I thought that was really sweet of her, so thank you, Maddie. There you have it, my January, can't even wink, January book haul. Thank you all for watching. If you have any recommendations for me, please let me know down below. If you've read any of these books, let me know too, and what you thought of them. I would really love to know. But for now, I'm actually going to put a pause on my book buying habits obsession. I need to stop that because this whole row, and basically this whole row too, I haven't read. So, bye.
You haven't seen my ring anywhere, have you?
No. That was my brother. And he doesn't know that I'm doing this, so he probably thought that I was talking to myself. Huh. Not unusual.